Hello everyone, and welcome to my British Royal Family official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Duke of Sussex was given a number of honorary military titles by his late grandmother, the Queen, but when he retired as a senior working royal, they were taken away from him. Ruler Harry despises that he had to surrender his privileged military titles after he and Meghan Markle left their illustrious obligations, says a regal master. The Duke of Sussex was given a number of honorary military titles by his late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, after he spent more than a decade in the army. However, a year after he and Meghan quit being royals, his honorary titles, which included Captain General of the Royal Marines, were reviewed and taken away from him. Presently, an imperial biographer has said that Harry was painfully disheartened at the choice. Robert Jobson, a royal biographer, spoke with the Royal Beat on True Royalty TV in advance of the 2023 Invictus Games, which will begin in the German city of Dusseldorf later this week. He stated, "It's extraordinary that he is doing these things, however, the king would presumably like him to have remained in an association like the military or the military. I simply feel that assuming he'd been upheld in like that, he would do such countless things for the regal family now that he would have presumably delighted in. He loathes the possibility that he isn't Chief General of the illustrious Marines, and he abhors the way that he's lost this multitude of positions. Assuming that he'd been in the regal family and not gone down this way, I think he'd have been enormously useful to the nation, and he might have done significantly more." Yet, the master said that Lord Charles would be glad for what his child has accomplished with the Games, a Paralympic-style dunning rivalry for harmed and debilitated military faculty and veterans, which he set up in 2014. On Thursday, September 7, Prince Harry will visit Britain for the Well Child Awards, a day before the Windsors visit the country to commemorate Elizabeth Hugh's death. Members of the royal family have reportedly expressed concern that his return to the UK will divert attention away from the one-year anniversary of Queen Elizabeth Hugh's death. Essayist and telecaster Esther Kraku told Sky News Australia that Harry's presence in the UK represents a danger to the royals. She said, "One of the concerns is that his presence at the Well Child Awards and his speech might divert attention from the one-year anniversary of the Queen's death to Prince Harry's antics." Ceviche is a delicious fish dish Princess Kate purportedly cherishes. This is the way to make it in only 2 stages. Kate, Princess of Ribs, has a lucky figure and reasonable partakes in an extremely sound, adjusted diet to keep up with it. It has been generally detailed that the princess is inclined towards ceviche, a dish comprising of fish or shellfish marinated in citrus and flavors. The Day-to-Day Mail detailed that Kate has fostered a partiality to the famous Latin American dish. The healthy fish dish is easy to make at home for those who want to follow Kate's diet. James Martin, a beloved British chef, shared his delicious ceviche recipe with. This Latin American dish of fish restored in lime juice by James Martin is new, dynamic, and sound. You'll spend less time in the kitchen and more time dining like a king or queen because the 2-step dish only takes 20 minutes to prepare. The recipe makes enough for 6 people to eat as a starter, so it's perfect for a dinner party with other seafood lovers. Fixings: 500 grams firm white fish fillets like haddock, halibut or pollock, cleaned and meagerly cut. Juice of 8 limes, in addition to additional wedges to serve, 1 red onion, cut into rings. A modest bunch pitted green olives, finely hacked. A few green chilies, finely cleaved. A few tomatoes, cultivated and cleaved into 2 centimeters pieces. Bundle coriander, generally slashed. 2 taps extra virgin olive oil. Grate squeeze caster sugar. Tortilla chips to serve. Place the fish, onion, and lime juice in a large glass bowl. The juice ought to totally cover the fish, so in the event that it doesn't, add some more. Place the bowl in the refrigerator for an hour and a half by covering it with cling film. Remove the fish and onion from the bowl, disposing of the lime juice, and place in another bowl. Toss in the olives, chilies, tomatoes, coriander, and olive oil. Mix it all together cautiously then, at that point, season with a decent spot of salt and sugar. The ceviche can be prepared a few hours ahead of time and stored in the refrigerator. James Martin prescribes presenting with tortilla chips to gather up the ceviche and wash it down with a chili later. A question mark is floating over how long Sovereign Harry and Meghan Markle can maintain their image, Regal biographer Tom Thickett tells Everyday Express US. Sovereign Harry and Meghan Markle have been cautioned that achievement is extremely short-lived, particularly in America. The admonition comes as the Duke's new Netflix narrative neglected to get a put in the best 10 shows on the streaming monster. Heart of Invictus follows a number of athletes as they prepare for the Invictus Games, which Harry started in 2014 to help injured or ill service members. The show likewise saw Harry focus on his psychological wellness issues, while a few scenes highlighted Meghan Markle supporting the Duke. Harry's most recent contribution is essential for a spate of content the Sussexes are delivering on Netflix as a component of their $80 million Manage the Streaming Goliath. The narrative ignited contention upon its delivery as Harry seems to make one more swipe at the Regal family, guaranteeing that nobody helped him as his life disentangled subsequent to getting back from dynamic assistance in Afghanistan. Presently the show is buried in another contention, neglecting to get a best position in Netflix's main 10 most-watched shows. Tom Bauer, author of the book Revenge, gave an insightful interview to Daily Express US. Meghan, Harry, and the conflict between the Windsors inferred that the couple's fame would before long melt away. He stated, "They've got their own image. The inquiry is a way lengthy they can support it." According to the royal biographer, the Sussexes have had a great few years, but the good times are ending. Mr. Thickett made sense of. His book, Spotify, and Netflix generated a lot of money and publicity. It gave them a specific specialty. Yet, the Regal biographer proceeded, "This achievement is exceptionally short-lived, particularly in America." Added he, "It lasts for a day or two, but there is nothing in it." How gravely has the doc performed? Since its release, Heart of Invictus, Harry's 5-part passion project, has, according to Newsweek magazine, flopped with audiences, failing to break into the Netflix top 10 streaming charts in America and Britain. No genuine figures for the show have yet been delivered, however, neglecting to get a spot on Netflix's main 10 is telling. Newsweek says the indifference for Heart of Invictus reverberations the disappointment of Harry and Meghan's subsequent television project named Live to Lead. This was delivered after their stunningly fruitful, stunner-loaded series Harry and Meghan, however pulled in little interest in several meetings with worldwide female pioneers like Gloria Steinem, Greta Thunberg, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. A senior Hollywood creation source said, "Their blended fortunes on Netflix ought to let them know what watchers endlessly don't have any desire to watch." And, tragically, Harry's new show falls into the last classification, regardless of how commendable and outstanding the topic may be. As a conspicuous difference, Meghan's television lawful show Suits, which was as of late procured by Netflix, has handled the best position on the US streaming top 10 for the 7th week straight, Hollywood Exchange magazine assortment uncovered a week ago. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.